Sup, Buzznet? My heat's about to kick on. Great. Alright. In reference to the podcast here.
Once more.
For Murder Monday. Murder Monday.
That doesn't work for the same.
No, it doesn't. I'm Amanda.
I'm Heather.
And since it's Murder Monday.
It's Amanda's turn to talk.
Yep, sorry. And we're going to talk about the murder of Nicholas Markowitz. Good thing I fucked that up already. I apologize. My sources are Wikipedia, because
Always.
And then nicholasmarkowitz.com. And if I'm saying his name wrong, I really am sorry. Anyway, Nicholas was born on September 19th, 1984 in West Hills, Los Angeles, which, if you don't know, is in California. Shocking, right?
I never would have guessed.
I know. He lived in West Hills with his parents. He had an older half-brother, Ben. Or Benjamin. But I think I just typed Ben.
Benji?
Nope, just Ben. His mother said that Nicholas was into drama and Shakespeare and that he had auditioned and performed at Paramount Studios. She said that he was an avid reader and read every night before going to bed, which, God bless. As I can't do that.
No, if I start reading before bed, I just lay there and keep reading.
Yeah. And then, I love this fact. He used to play with ants and snails, and he would unroll the snails to see which one was older.
What?
He would unroll the snails, because the longer they are, the older they are.
Oh, I did not know that.
Me either, but I assumed that that's what that meant.
Does that kill them?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I don't know. That's scary. Not Gary, my dad.
That's what I'm like, why would I ask your dad?
Alright, so now on to the true crime stuff. Ben was in a feud with Jesse James Hollywood. Do you know who that is?
Is that a wrestler?
No. Jesse James is, I think. Jesse James Hollywood was a mid-level drug dealer.
Oh.
Maybe he was a wrestler, I don't know. Allegedly, I don't know.
I was just guessing.
Oh, the next word I have written down.
Allegedly?
Allegedly. Allegedly, this began over $1,200 that Ben owed Hollywood. Which, just to time out for all those all-time low fans out there, all I could think of when doing this was Danny Curley, because that's his nickname. Is Hollywood.
That's right, Hollywood.
Yeah. Okay, so on August 6, 2000, Hollywood and two friends decided to confront Ben. On the way to Ben's place, they saw Nicholas running away from home as he walked down the side of the road when they decided to abduct him. They did this in lieu of Ben's debt. They had to chase and assault Nicholas to get him into the van, and then they then escaped in. The group, I'm waiting for you to realize what this is. But if you realize, don't say it till the end. The group met up with another friend and went to Santa Barbara. In or out?
It's not a goddamn revolving door.
I feel like I'm like a child, like when I would do that, like running in and out of the house and mom, like,
to get her out.
and I want it to be out.
I don't want no damn bugs in the house.
I'm not paying to cool the whole damn neighborhood. You're not paying to cool the damn living room. Anyway, the group met up with another friend and went to Santa Barbara. This is where Hollywood and the gang told Nicholas why they were holding him, which caused him to freak out. I mean, could you imagine somebody holding you and being like, Dan owes us $1,200?
I'd be like, Dan who?
I don't know a Dan. Oh, you thought I was Heather?
No, that's not me. Oh, so they took his brother.
Yeah, the brother got kidnapped.
Okay.
However, the group then gave Nicholas, the brother, some drugs and alcohol, making him feel as if he were a part of the group. Wikipedia says up to 32 people saw the group and knew Nicholas had been kidnapped, but because he looked safe and to be having fun, no one called the police.
Nice.
Yeah. Hollywood told the group that Nicholas was going home, and they threw him a goodbye party. However, Hollywood had since learned about the legal issues that came with kidnapping and called Ryan Hoyt, another member of his gang who owed him $1,200. $1,200 is a recurring theme throughout this whole damn story.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. So.
It's not like there's a minimum like you're gonna get stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. So Hollywood gave Ryan a semi-automatic gun to kill Nicholas, and I guess killing him would erase his debt. After the party, Hoyt and 2 others drove Nicholas to the mountains and walked up a trail.
I'm sorry. Wouldn't the charge for murder be a hell of a lot more than kidnapping?
Yeah, but I guess his thought process was...
Like, oh, if I don't kill him.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So after the party, Hoyt and 2 others drove Nicholas to the mountains and walked up a trail where one of the other men had already dug a grave. One of the men tied Nicholas's hands behind his back and covered his mouth with duct tape. Hoyt hit him over the head with a shovel, which is Ryan, hit him over the head with a shovel, knocking him into the grave, and then shot him. Go ahead, guess how many times.
1,200?
No. Good Lord. Come on, I need another clip.
I need like another, like 1,200 clips.
Yeah.
But I think, this sounds familiar.
Yeah, it should, but he was shot 9 times. Not as many as 50 Cent.
He's not. I thought he got shot 9 times.
Oh, that's right.
But he survived.
He survived. Made a rap album. And this was on August 9th, 2000. On August 12th, they also tried, they left the gun there. They hid it between his legs, thinking it wouldn't get found.
Well, they're gonna move him.
Yeah.
And it's not gonna be fucking suicide,
Yeah. And they, threw some dirt over him. But, that was it.
But, not enough to bury him?
No. And I think there might have been some, tree limbs or something. Maybe not. This is in California. I don't know.
They have trees.
Yeah, I know, but anyway. Regardless, it was a shallow grave and not covered well. So his body was found 3 days later on August 12th. Ryan Hoyt and the others were... I literally wrote Ryan Hoyt and the others were arrested. Okay, so him and the others were arrested after numerous leads, and then Hollywood went on the run. So here are the legal outcomes. Ryan Hoyt, 21 at the time of the murder, was charged with first-degree murder. He was sentenced to death on December 9th, 2001, but he is still on death row. So he's still alive. Jesse Rugge, R-U-G-G-E, was 20 at the time. He was the one who bound and duct taped Nicholas. He was charged with aiding in the kidnap and execution of Nicholas. He was convicted of aggravated kidnapping for ransom in 2002, and then was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 7 years. On July 2nd, 2013, he was granted parole, and on October 24th, 2013, Jesse was released from prison and is now on parole. He served 11 years. William Skidmore, 20 at the time, was one of the men involved at the scene of kidnapping Nicholas. He was charged with kidnapping and robbery. In September 2002, he was sentenced to 9 years in prison as part of a plea bargain.
That is a horrible last name, by the way.
Skidmore?
Because all I can think is Skidmark.
Yeah. He was released in April of 2009. Graham Presley was 17 at the time and was the one that dug the grave. He was tried twice. At his first trial. Let me actually just read what I wrote because that's what I want to say.
Please do.
He was tried twice, as his first trial acquitted him of the kidnapping charge, and the jury could not reach a decision on the murder charge. In 2002, he was retried and convicted of second-degree murder. He was incarcerated at a youth facility until shortly before his 25th birthday in 2007. Jesse James Hollywood was 20 at the time of Nicholas's murder. He went on the run and was arrested in Brazil 5 years later, having escaped the country with help from his dad and godfather. His godfather hadn't known he was a fugitive. His father gave him, guess how much a month?
$1,200.
$1,200 a month.
How did they not think it was sketchy if he needed help getting out of the country?
I don't know. Well, my assumption is that the godfather probably knew about the drug business.
Oh,
so that might allegedly.
He probably owed him a lot, so he's like, I'll pay back $1,200 a month.
Yeah. So Hollywood was profiled on America's Most Wanted in September 200.
Jesus.
September 2000, and June 2004, and then twice in 2005 after he was captured. He was convicted of kidnapping and first-degree murder and was sentenced to life without parole. So why does this sound familiar?
Because isn't that a movie?
It is.
And the one that you just talked about was Justin Timberlake?
Yep. Well, he wasn't. He was one of them, but...
I thought he was the main one that kidnapped him.
No.
No?
No.
Was he the one that shot him?
No.
Because I remember when as soon as you said about that they didn't call the cops because he was like having fun with them, that's what triggered it. Because I remember because you made me watch it with you. Wasn't it Alpha Dog?
Yep. So if this sounds familiar, it's because Alpha Dog was based off this murder. So in Alpha Dog, the people are as follows. Johnny Truelove, portrayed by Emil Hirsch, was Jesse James Hollywood. Ben Foster was played Jake Mazarski, I don't remember how they say it, who was the stepbrother, Ben. Anton Yechlin, is that how you say his last name? Yelchin? The one that passed away because his car crushed him?
Yeah, Yelkin, I think.
Yelkin was Zach, who was the younger brother, Nicholas.
Yeah.
Chris Marquette was Keith Stratton, and that was Graham Presley. So Graham is the one who dug the grave. Fernando Vargas was TKO Martinez, which is a much better name than William Skidmore. I can't say that, allegedly. So he was William Skidmore, who was just one of the men involved in the kidnapping. Justin Timberlake, and I don't remember them ever referring to his character as this, but his name was, in the movie, was Frankie Nuts Ballin' Batcher.
I don't remember that at all.
Me either, and I just watched the movie like a couple weeks ago. And that was Jesse Rugg, so he's the one that, or Rogue.
The one that
Roge.
dug the grave.
No, he's the one that duct taped him
Gotcha.
and everything. And then Sean whatever. He played Elvis Schmidt, who was Ryan Hoyt, the one that killed Nicholas. So, yeah, I was watching Alpha Dog the other night, it was not a couple weeks ago, it was like probably last week, honestly. And I was like laying there, and I was like, wait, this is based off a true story.
I'm going to cover this one.
I was like, how have I not covered this? I love Alpha Dog. That's like one of my favorite movies ever. And it was like such convincing acting because I can remember the first time watching it, and I'm like talking like I was 18 because it came out in 2006. But I like felt so bad for Justin Timberlake because like when they popped up what his sentence was, like Elvish or Frankie Nuts Ballin, whatever his last name was, when it like popped up what his like the sentence was, I was like, oh my god, I feel so bad for him because I like associated it with Justin Timberlake.
You're like, I can't believe he actually has to say this out loud.
Well, he didn't have to say anything, but like it like reads at the bottom or on the, like a black screen, and I was just like, oh my god, he has to spend time in jail.
Jesus.
And I was like, well, I guess it's not really him. It's just
because doesn't his character like cry almost when he's like duct taping him?
Yeah, he does. I think he does cry.
I remembered that part.
And then the kid is just like, don't do this, and
I don't have a choice.
yeah. So I don't know like how accurate to that it is. I mean, there was a whole website that had like the discrepancies, but I didn't read that.
Nothing's gonna be exact.
Yeah, and I also don't want to ruin the movie.
Yeah.
So, because it's one of my go-tos to watch whenever I can't decide on something. And it was on Amazon Prime the other night, so.
See, mine's been the Justice League recently.
I started watching the Ted Bundy tapes last night. I can't get into it. I mean, I was working on
Something completely different.
yeah, like researching a murder for this, but not this one, but yeah, so I just didn't I didn't pay attention and then fall asleep listening to it. So I don't know that I was really into it, but I'll still watch it.
Actually, I'm sure you'll probably give it another go.
Yeah, it doesn't catch my attention as much as Hunter March's mouth on Sugar Rush.
Jeez.
His mouth is just
It's not his mouth. He has too many teeth, it looks like.
yeah. So, and in case you haven't watched it yet, spoiler alert.
He lies.
In the last episode, he says the next episode's coming up.
Seconds away.
Yeah. And then it was like,
It's over.
you'll be interested in watching Nailed It, which we've already binge watched. So, anyway, that's that. If you haven't watched Alpha Dog, I highly recommend it. I recommend that over my other favorite movie, Annapolis.
I think I've only ever watched that once.
Oh, I freaking love that movie. Although I maybe shouldn't. 'Cause I know James Franco is problematic. I don't support him. I've already bought the movie, I mean, at this point.
Yeah, but you bought that, like...
Oh, I know, like, when
he
it came out.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, me watching it now doesn't give him any money.
Yeah, you're like, I've owned this way before.
Yeah. God, since college. It's
Been a while.
It's been a hot minute. So. Alright, well, we can be found on Instagram in reference to the... I mean, we can't be, but our podcast can be. And Brody sometimes can be found at in reference to podcast. Or on Twitter at in reference to.
At in reference to the podcast at gmail.com if you want to send us any fun stories
Or topic suggestions.
Yeah, or topic suggestions, anything you want us to cover.
Yeah. We're trying to... I think... Well, I listen to quite a few murder podcasts, so I'm trying not to do, like...
The big ones?
The ones that get covered all the time. Like, I'm not going to do Ted Bundy. I probably would have.
The Ed Gaines?
Yeah.
But that's for a whole different reason.
Or John Wayne Gacy.
Is that the one I was thinking of?
Yeah. The clown.
Yeah, not Ed Gain.
No. He's Silence of the Lambs, I think.
Oh, gotcha.
It wasn't actually but he was who inspired. And then if you would like to support us in this podcast and Wikipedia, you can donate to us at patreon.com/inreference-to. We love your support, and yeah, that's that.
And on Freaky Friday,
Oh yeah,
we're going to learn about Poveglia Island
where's that at?
in Italy.
Ooh, well, you're just taking us abroad.
Because I looked up how you actually say it, because some of the letters you don't pronounce.
Oh, I'm glad that you do your research. So, all
Because
right,
there's a G in there and you do not pronounce it.
that's not surprising. Okay,
Yeah, we'll learn about...
is it haunted?
Yes.
Okay, ghost or demons or both?
I think just ghosts. Oh, maybe not.
Casper there?
You have to... No, not Casper Lake. You have to tune in next time to find out.
All right, we'll see who we find next time.